Shopian. Gunshots have been heard during the cordon and search operations in Shukru Keller, and we understand at least 2 to 3 terrorists are still believed to be trapped. More details are awaited at this point, but this is disturbing news coming in from Shopian, where during combing and search operations, gunshots were heard and 2 to 3 terrorists are believed to be trapped at this point. Now this comes, remember, the viewers, after posters had been put up in Shopian asking for information for any terror suspects. Let me go across to my colleague Yavar, who's joining us live. Yavar, what are the details coming in right now from Shopian?
Well, exactly, there was an information about the presence of at least 2 to 3 militants. We have been given the understanding that an operation has been initiated there. This is a Shkur village in the Killer Shopian. This is a forest range where this operation has been initiated. Significant is the timing, because this morning we have witnessed that a number of posters were surfacing and emerging in the Shopian asking about the whereabouts of those involved in the Pahalgam attack, and 20 lakh bounty have also been rewarded on their heads. So we are witnessing that this operation has been initiated. Source privy to the development says that this is a joint operation conducted by the J&K police, army and the paramilitary. As I'm speaking to you, the operation is still intact in the area. Pertinent to mention is that earlier the security forces had a credible intelligence tip-off that there's a presence of at least 2 to 3 militants in the area, following which a search operation takes place. And when the security forces were approaching towards a suspect spot, the hiding militants fired upon them, triggering an encounter. After that, the security forces, they retaliated efficiently, and there has been the gunshots that are emerging from the either side. We have been given the understanding that the cordon has been extensively extended to the nearby places. For the security forces, the priority is to ensure that there will be no collateral damage during this anti-terror operation. But yes, as I'm speaking to you, the operation is still intact in the area. This is a Killer where this operation has been initiated after the Kulgam operation. After Pahalgam carnage, first operation was taken up in the Kulgam, where a short gunfight taken place days after the Pahalgam carnage. After that, this is after 3 weeks that a big anti-terror operation has been launched in the South Kashmir's Shopian. Back to you.
Stay with us, Yavar. Let's also go across to my colleague Sahil, who's joining us with more details. Sahil, what more can you add to what Yavar was saying in terms of the situation right now in both in Shopian as well as the hunt which is going on for the suspects of Pahalgam who have still not been apprehended?
Well, first of all, this anti-terror operation is underway in South Kashmir's Shopian area. It is basically a forest area, and we are not going to mention the exact location because of the sensitivities involved in this operation. Security forces had input about the presence of 3 terrorists hiding in the area. 2 are said to be Pakistani and 1 is said to be a local terrorist. The initial exchange of gunfire has taken place, and now this operation stands intensified. As I said, it's foresty area, so security forces are basically the SOP, Indian Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police, the Special Operation Group of Jammu and Kashmir Police and CRPF is jointly conducting this operation, and soon we are going to in fact get a good news from the area. At the same time, after Pahalgam terror attack, security forces are on a manhunt to track those attackers, those terrorists responsible for killing 26 innocent people there in Baisaran Valley. We have seen a series of cordon and search operations taking place across Kashmir Valley, particularly in South Kashmir and in these foresty areas of Peer Panchal and Kukarnag and Pahalgam forest areas. So priority for the security agencies in hinterland is to eliminate those terrorists responsible for carrying out that Pahalgam terror attack. As of now, this anti-terror operation is underway. We are given to understand by the sources in security agencies that there will be a good news very soon, and as the operation intensifies in the foresty area of Shopian, which is in South Kashmir, and all 3 security agencies assisted by other in fact intelligence agencies are executing this important anti-terror operation in Kashmir Valley. At the same time, the second in fact question that you had asked me is about the anti-terror operation that security forces have intensified after Pahalgam terror attack. Yes, today morning we have seen posters being released by Jammu and Kashmir Police, particularly in Shopian district, asking people to share information about the 3 attackers who were identified in Pahalgam terror attack, and the police has also announced a reward of 20 lakh to anyone who shares the information about those terrorists responsible for Pahalgam terror attack. NI is parallelly investigating the matter. We have seen time and again NI teams moving to the terror attack spot. They have questioned more than 1,500 in fact suspects or people who were directly indirectly there at Pahalgam are linked to this Pahalgam terror attack. So the investigations are underway. We have seen Jammu and Kashmir police also actively assisting the NIA in investigating the matter, but parallelly security forces in hinterland, particularly in Kashmir, particularly in South Kashmir, forest areas are being in fact the search operations are being done routine. This is routine, day and night. Security forces are conducting these operations, and this is large scale manhunt to track down those terrorists responsible for Pahalgam terror attack. Back to you.
Indeed, Sahil and Yawar, the question is to both of you. I'll start with you, Sahil. The timing of this attack is very significant here, because let's not forget the rules of the game have been redrawn by the Prime Minister. If there is any terror attack similar or even lesser than the magnitude of Pahalgam, India now has the full liberty, Sahil, to treat this as an act of war. So this is no longer going to be similar attacks that we have seen in the valley, where there's firing, 2 or 3 militants open fire, they are encountered, they cause casualties to us as well. In fact, we are getting news coming in. Do stay on with us. We are getting news coming in that at least 1 terrorist has been killed in that encounter, and we can confirm the news, the name of that terrorist. It is believed to be Shahid Ahmed. He has been killed. So 1 terrorist has been killed at this point. Sahil, I'll come to you if you can confirm that and give us more details on that.
Well, there's no official confirmation as of now. We are not going to speculate on this because security forces had input about the presence of 3 terrorists present in the area. You have mentioned Prime Minister Narendra Modi's principal policy that government of India is now going to adopt when it comes to Pakistan. The policy is that the terror act will be considered as an act of war. So any future terror attack will be in fact considered like this, and there will be equal and proportionate action against the terror infrastructure that's there in POK and Pakistan. Last evening,
let me quickly also go across to Yawar at this point. Yawar, if you can just add to what Sahil was saying in terms of the significance, and what are your sources telling you about the latest from Shopian at this point?
Well, exactly. If we talk about this operation, this is still intact in the area, and the security forces said that they are going to reveal the operational details shortly from now. Since this is a sensitive operation, so all the details can't be shared at this point in time due to the security reasons, and there's a clear-to-cut direction from the security agencies to wait for the official confirmation with regard to any elimination into this encounter. Since the sources also indicated that there's a good news that's going to be shared shortly, but we have to wait for the official confirmation. Adding to it, this operation has been initiated with the full line and length of this encounter that will be witnessed since the morning. As I told you earlier, that this is the second largest operation in the J&K after the Pahalgam carnage. Earlier it was taken up in the Kulgam. However, the security forces haven't been able to get the militants there. In fact, rather now they had a credible list of 3 militants. Some foreign militants are there, and 1 is said to be the local militant. And so as to speak, this operation is still intact in the area. There's a fighting that's going on from the either side, and the multiple agencies are working on the ground in and day out to crack and solve the Pahalgam attack. As we broke this story in the morning, that the timing is too similar and too significant, because in the morning we saw that the posters are coming up in the district, and just in 40 minutes we witnessed that this operation has been initiated. So somewhere it's gaining the pace, because the J&K police has urged public to share the information with regard to the Pahalgam attack, and significantly in 40 minutes or so we witnessed that this operation has been initiated. Rather, this operation was already taken up in the morning with full when it comes to the coordinate search operation in the particular area, because security forces, they had to first ensure that there will be no damage to the security forces side while conducting this operation, and that's why this operation is taking a bit of a more time. And the officials from the J&K police, from the army, they are on the ground, they are monitoring the situation, since this is the biggest operation that we have been witnessing. And after declared to cut message from the Prime Minister that any sort of reluctancy or any sort of mischievous by the Pakistan force, so the warnings is taking place, though the guns fall silent in the line of control, but the massive anti-terror operation has been initiated in the Kashmir Valley. Shopian becomes the first district to take up this course as of now. Back to you.
Indeed, and as we